Luffy versus Rob Lucci, and Luffy is in his Gear 5th form, and it has been a long 15 or 12 or 13 years since I've reminisced or thought about the original fight in the CP9 saga. Now, I know I'm a few weeks late when it comes to the actual fight in itself, but the animation was kind of corny, if you ask me. So, the bare truth and necessity about this video is that, I love how they keep it up with the New Future timeline, with Vegapunk and Cyberpunk, this, and that, which is also, based off Ginzo Negan, aka Androids, and the Dragon Ball, series and manga, to the point where I feel like it's keeping up with Toei Animation, and One Piece and Dragon Ball are both, owned by Toei Animation. And what ends up happening is this was predicted by a guy named Anime Fan Talk. Now, please don't listen to Anime Fan Talk because his YouTube got deleted because of how incarcerated and how twisted his theories were, and he was predicting that Lucci was going to have a Black Panther form when it was nowhere near that. And all I saw was, his leopard form that's hockey enhanced. And the craziest thing about, Rob Lucci versus Luffy, literally in the current timeline, is that he's still equally matched with everything. In, like, he surpassed Doflamingo. In my opinion, literally, Dofi and Kaido are still supposed to be stronger. And the current Luffy is going head to head with Kaido. Even though Lucci did go up literally in the Navy where it came to CP9 to CP0, I really don't think that they didn't portray it nicely, but I feel like a Black Panther transformation would have been better. And the craziest part about that is the reason why the Rob Lucci fight is so good. He really looks good in white, but I don't think that they're portraying the intensity enough or the fight enough. But they're definitely giving up the storyline, and I am unaware if the manga is up to date with the anime or the anime surpassed it. But one thing one thing I'm very aware of is Usopp can take on, current form Kaku right now. That was, pretty much established, from the time skip that Usopp was really buff, and Usopp can literally mess up Kaku. And I wonder what happened if Kaku will fight Brook. Anyway, this is Gear 5th Luffy versus Lucci, and he's keeping up. And the bad thing about that is that Lucci is really chasing them, like cat and mouse and Tom and Jerry, all the way to a point where Luffy literally recognizes Lucci's skill, but it was never just goofy. But I'm glad that he mastered it, anyway. And the CGI and the animation was crazy. Ever since Wano, the quality is like the Dragon Ball movie Broly, and when they went head to head, it felt like literally one was chasing the other and one couldn't keep up. And the the worst and best part about it at the same time is that Lucci's complex literally, I finally get to have Straw Hat, is really, really, really missing. And Luffy not caring about it. And what do I feel about the 10th year anniversary? Not metaphorically speaking, please respect my vibe. How do I feel about it? I feel like it's pretty good if you're like somebody who's keeping up the times with me. Just like me, I really appreciate Toei Animation's effort, in explaining the storyline. What I don't appreciate, literally, is the lackluster, performance from both sides of the field. And I feel like with Gear 5 can get more emotion. Maybe if Gear 5 got mad, literally, I'll get more involved. But other than that, I feel like when they're chasing each other, I can understand literally the laziness behind the staff members in Toei Animation, all the way to the point where I recognize that this is just a play off words. This is just a play off things, because this is the 10th year anniversary of one of the most epic hand to hand fight scenes in all anime history. And what ends up happening is they ruined it. I mean, they're tore to shreds, but they still made it work. I mean, literally, if Kaku were like Luffy first, like Goku versus Android 19, I would have liked it, but not really. So the big problem is, and I do know about spoilers, that Zoro fights Lucci, and I feel like it's turning everything off. And when they faced off, I felt like it was completely corny. And but even though it's supposed to be corny, like the point I've been making throughout this whole video, I felt that literally it could be TB more epic, and the reason why it can't go far, but I love it, recently. So I'm gonna back this up with a King of Lightning video to let you know that I am, up to date, with the One Piece criteria, not the manga, but criteria, because like I said, I'm unaware if the anime is matching, the actual Japanese, raw content. So, this, even though, before sub is raw, this is my opinion, Give Fifth Luffy versus Rabuchi.